going to be continuing in my journal that I've been doing for Virtual Voyage 4, and I decided to, because I didn't know what character to draw, and I have quite a few empty pages in my journal, so I just got my Pixar book, which has all my Pixar characters in there, and I just flicked through and I closed my eyes and I pointed and I ended up with Dory, which I was really happy with because I really like Dory and Finding Nemo in general. And I hadn't done anything like sea themed yet in this book. Like I'd done Toy Story and what else had we done? Like Monsters. But we hadn't, what else had we done? Inside Out and the last one, Coco. So I hadn't done anything sea themed. So when I landed on Dory, I was really happy because I thought, oh, that's great. I can draw like some corals and some different things. So this first picture I decided to paint, I wanted to do it in the Mary Blair style. So I was trying to go from the background forward. So I started with the darker colours in the background and then I made them lighter as I came forward with the seaweed. I noticed that she does that in some of her pieces, and other ones she has lighter things in the background. So I didn't really know which way to do it, but I started with the darker things and then I put some little corals and different things in the foreground. Also, I'm sorry, by the way, if you can hear the cicadas. They are very, very loud today or this evening. They seem to get really loud in the evening. So, yeah, if you can hear them in the background, I'm sorry about that. But anyway, so then I drew Dory with the intention of still putting more layers on top. I didn't have like a plan or a reference other than the photo of Dory, and in this book as well they had some like small pictures of different corals, so I just used that as reference. I didn't actually look at any other images, and it was really good actually doing it that way because it allowed me to take away the sort of the feeling of I don't know what to draw. It just was like whatever I land on I'll draw, and I liked that and I was happy. You know, if I didn't like it or wasn't really feeling it, I wouldn't force myself to draw it. I would just do it again. Pick a different character. But I really liked Dory. So I gave her these huge eyes in the style of Naito, which is one of the other artists we were looking at on Virtual Voyage 4, which is an online course, if you don't know, by James Burke. I mention it most weeks because at the moment this is what I'm doing. So then I put the seaweed in front in the foreground, and I really liked the way that turned out. And then I had some space at the top there, so I put some little bubbles. I do think it could be a little bit more colourful, but I really like the way it turned out and the fact that I had no plans for it too. But it did take me quite a while just to do that one big piece, and like I said, I have a lot of catching up to do in this book. So I wanted to use Posca pens on Nemo and Nemo's dad, because I thought it would be quicker. But in actual fact, like as you can see, I'm having to use paint anyway to get like a more clear line of what I wanted, because the Posca pens have quite a thick tip, so it's kind of difficult sometimes to get a nice thin line. So I used all sorts of different pens and things on Nemo and the dad, and I wish that I had thought about the style a little bit more of these two before doing them. I went with the same type of eyes that I did for Dory, like these big cute like Japanese kawaii style eyes. So I did the same eyes as well for Dory, and so I keep saying Dory, Nemo and Nemo's dad. And I like it. It turned out okay, but then I wanted to look at some of the other characters. So I don't know what this little it's not a jellyfish, octopus thing is called, but it's very, very cute, and I had to draw it. And even in the picture, like the normal picture of it, it's very cute. So I wanted to make it look even more sweet with like a tiny little smile. And I just used acrylic gouache in the background, and then I used the Posca pens on top of that, and that seemed to work really well. And then I wanted to draw the pink starfish, and the starfish I think in the movie is like a darker pink, but I decided to do it this kind of pastel pink to go with the octopus thing. And I used Posca pens again to give it some texture, and then I added some more like foliage around Nemo and his dad, and I added the logo, not the logo, this saying, "just keep swimming," which is what Dory says in the movie. So this was a piece that we did during the course, and I hadn't finished it yet, so I just added a little bit to this. I wanted to finish her dress and her headpiece, and after I had done that, I thought, well, I have this blank page next to her, so maybe I should do another portrait in a similar style. So this one was done with acrylic gouache again, like I think it was kind of in like getting us into the style of Mary Blair. So then I decided to do the villain, I guess he's the villain of Coco, and the way I decided to do this was almost like a chalkboard style like portrait, as if like his show is being advertised on a chalkboard or something like that. I wanted to use, I bought these new what are they called, like watercolor crayons, and I wanted to try them. So as you can see, I was adding them on top of the black, and then I was using water to make it more transparent, and that seemed to work really well and kind of get the effect that I wanted, like the smudgy chalkboard effect, just by chance. This one actually took me the least amount of time out of all the pieces that I did today, but in total these clips were 4 hours long, so don't feel bad if you look at this, and obviously you can see it sped up, but I like to say sometimes how long it actually takes me, because it's really not clear when I've sped it up how long it is. So this is on like times 20 speed. So I really do take my time when I'm doing these things, and sometimes I don't. You know, once I feel like I've warmed up a little bit, it seems to go a little bit quicker. This one was another exercise that I really wanted to finish. I really liked the sort of loose watercolor style that we looked at on this one, and this was a picture, like a, what do you call it, like a, not landscape, I don't know, I forgot the name, but it is of Mama Coco and Miguel, and yeah, I really liked this one. It was fun, it was quick to do once I'd got the main sketch. It was very quick, and I liked it. I thought it was very effective, so I thought I would add that one in there, and I'd like to do some more in that style as well. So this is the last page that I did today. So we looked at drawing Boo in the Lune Naito style. This is the one on the right, and then I just wanted to explore different styles of illustration with the same character, because I had the Boo on the right, and I was like, what can I put on the rest of the page? Like, whenever I have just like something like this, like one single illustration, I want to complete the page so it looks more like a journal page, or it just looks more complete to me, rather than just the one illustration. I think I really like the style of just filling the page so that your eyes can go everywhere and see lots of different things. So I that's what I did. I did lots of different styles of Boo. So I drew her in other people's style of illustration, as well as maybe something that I would prefer as well. And then from that, I can kind of pick and choose the things that I like, the like maybe the way her hair is, like which one I prefer, which style I prefer, a kind of outline that I might do, if I prefer like a pen outline or a pencil crayon outline, that kind of thing. And then to sort of make the whole page look complete, I also really like to fill in the spaces, like whatever space there is. So I used some other elements from Boo's character. So I had a look on Google and saw what kind of colours came up and what kind of patterns or designs came up when I looked at Boo's character. So what I found were the flowers from her door, from Boo's door from the movie. She's from Monsters Inc., by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. If you don't know, she's a character from Monsters Inc. So I found the flowers and some hearts as well, and there's a scene where she's wearing the blue hard hat, so I put that in as well. And she also has this little monster doll that she carries around with her, which I think she got from Mike. I think Mike gave it to her. And then I did the title that says "Hey Boo," because I just thought it was cute, like cute play on word. And then what else did I add? Oh, I also had her in the costume, because there's a scene in the movie where she's wearing this little costume, and I have drawn it before. I drew it in my Hobonichi, but I quite liked that one, so I wanted to put it in my journal as well. And I think like the one on the right, the style of that one is still like my favorite one, but I really enjoy looking at the different styles. I like the one at the top as well. I always really like doing those big eyes and that sort of oval shaped head. But like I think I could pull something from each illustration and each different style that I did. So the one on the bottom left, I wanted it to have more of like a painterly look. So I definitely did that with the crayons and tried to make it more painterly. But I guess that is it. It looks like I've finished. So today I did a little bit of a catch up in my Virtual Voyage 4 journal. I made this journal myself. I know I had some questions about that before, and it just has watercolour paper inside, which I tore and made the signatures myself. So that is going to be it for this week's video. I hope you have a lovely week, and I'll see you again next Sunday with a brand new video. Take care, everybody. Bye.